Every reporter, every journalist, every television commentator wants you on. One day, every king, every president, every prime minister is inviting you to come visit, or they want to come see you. One day, you're the #1 diplomat of the whole free world. You're the Secretary of State of the United States of America. And then the next day, you ain't. It's over. You got to go through a period of transformation to become an average, normal person again, away from all the trappings of power, the trappings of influence, and the trappings of height. And I've gone through this before when I stepped down from the military, being the #1 soldier in the armed forces of the United States, the most powerful armed forces. So I knew that when I stepped down this time, I would have to go through that same kind of transformation. And I knew from my previous experience that the transformation really begins at home. You got to take care of business at home. So the day after I stepped down from being Secretary of State, I'm sitting at the kitchen table with my beloved wife of 46 years, Alma, and I look across the table at her and I say, "Darling, this is the first day of the rest of our lives. I won't be getting up at 5:30 in the morning anymore. I won't be leaving you at 6:30 in the morning anymore." And she kind of pauses and looks over a coffee cup, and she mumbles something like, "My God, he's not leaving in the morning anymore." So I realized this was not going to be a sustainable situation, and I had to find some other things to do. But the real problem is that when you come from up here down to there, there's an emptiness that comes upon you. There's sort of an intellectual and emotional gap that opens up inside of you. And you got to do something about it. You got to fill it, or it can be very, very debilitating. So after giving it a great deal of thought, what will I do? What will I do? How will I fill this? I came up with a great answer. I bought a Corvette. It is really cool. It works. I'm telling you. If you have any trouble, buy a Corvette. The police in Northern Virginia are not particularly happy with my Corvette. That 72-year-old guy's racing around in the Corvette again. Go get him. But they're all former GIs. They don't stop me. They just wave as they go by. That's a joke. That's not true. That's a joke. But I'm having a great time with the fact that I'm a lot older and kind of in a different phase of life. The fact that I'm a lot older got everybody's attention. My doctors, my kids, my grandkids, and even Time magazine saw an opportunity in my aging. They put out a special issue not too long ago on the aging process. What are we going to do with all these old people? All of us young people have to support all of these old people. And in order to illustrate this aging process and give it a little pizzazz, as Time magazine likes to do, they selected 5 American men and 5 American women that Time magazine considered were aging gracefully. And I was one of the 5 guys selected as aging gracefully. I was flattered, and I reminded myself, the operative word is aging, not gracefully. But nevertheless, I bought the magazine, I start home, got to read it, see who else is in there. And then when I'm driving home, it dawns on me, synergy. Time magazine belongs to Time Warner, AOL belongs to Time Warner. Bet your dollar when you go home, turn on your computer, bring up your AOL webpage, they'll be running one of those silly polls. Vote here. Which of these 5 men is aging most gracefully? So I go home, bring up the page, and sure enough, there it is. Vote here. Which of these 5 men is aging most gracefully? So, I sit down, I take out 30 new screen names, and I vote for me all night long. You know, wouldn't you? Sure. But it didn't work. I lost. I didn't win. I came in second. It wasn't bad. Paul Newman was first, and Robert Redford was third. Not a bad bracket. Not a bad bracket. People say to me, "Now look, you're having a lot of fun with all this retirement stuff, and you're telling a lot of jokes, but are you really retired?" And the answer is not really. I have business interests. I have a center named after me at my alma mater, the Powell Center at City College of New York, and I spend a lot of time there. I'm doing a lot of work with my wife, working on youth programs on our dropout problem in this country, holding summits